back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans will add on to their lead. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Here we go. Here we go. 55.
They go play action. Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
By the Texans.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. It's complete to Fells. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Fells, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bears 20.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
crashing. He's checking crash. Shoot! Alert!
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Now Trubisky to throw. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check. Alert! Watch the slant. 41's coming. 41's the mic. Here we go. 41 mic. Check the out. Hatchet. Watch the edge.
Trubisky to throw again. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check. 4 down. Hey, 41's mic. All day, dog. Mike 41. We got to wedge that.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 34.
Now it's Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but it'll be 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, it's Johnson. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now it's Trubisky. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Murray. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They go to Johnson again. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the 50, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 2nd and 6. Trubisky, he's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Trubisky to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Johnson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
There's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Texans 45, Bears 20. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here.
And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Move. Even. 4 down. Even. Mike 41. Mike 41. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 18. 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. Here we go. Mike 41. You got to wedge that, huh? It's been long.
Now Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Check pass. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, alert. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Trubisky will throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for his rookie Cole Kmet that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
They'll come out in the pistol. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Mike 55. Watch a slant.
Again, it's Trubisky. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 6-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.